we just got a wrap on the first shots at the JC library. Now, oh heck yeah, that was cool. Wait, do that again. We picking up, we getting ready to go for break.
The 52-Hour Film Fest, for those who don't know, is a local film fest where teams are given 52 hours to create a short film from scratch and compete for a number of prizes. Historically, the film festival has been dominated by a handful of veteran teams fighting for the most prestigious titles. This year, I, along with 6 teammates, entered the festival under the name Singularity Studios. This is what happened during our 52 hours.
I feel like the team's mindset was absolutely like, do the best we possibly can, but also, we were really gunning for the best film.
None of the team that we had worked with had really done anything like this before. We'd had people that have been in production classes and stuff that is as close as you can get, but I don't think anyone we had worked with had really taken on something like this.
We began with our writers' room meeting. We knew going into the festival that we would need to rely heavily on our strengths and visual effects to keep up with the veteran teams, so we tried to keep the initial writing session as short as possible.
It was a little dysfunctional, but we all threw around some really good ideas. We ended up kind of pitching things together. I think we took a little bit longer than we ended up initially wanting to, but we were pretty much on time as far as our projections to what we wanted to get done.
We had a really good idea for the beginning and the end, but we were really struggling trying to get that middle.
Naturally, making sacrifices in the planning phase came with its own challenges, but nothing we weren't prepared to handle. What we weren't ready for was being confronted by our toughest challenge immediately after beginning the production phase. The Johnson City Public Library, a location every team was required to shoot at.
One, very nice building, I will admit. It's a nice building. It was really good for shooting.
We had a lot of people come up and talk to us and ask us about certain things. We had a couple of very strange individuals ask us incredibly inappropriate questions.
We had met an individual. He was elderly, and he claimed to have been waiting for his ride to get there. So to kill some time, he decided to stick very, very close to us for no reason. And he would just be like, how old do you think I am? And we would all kind of look at each other and we'd just be like, 50, buddy, yeah. And then he would just sit there and be like, it's because you guys aren't women. You wouldn't know how to guess an age. And all of us were just kind of like, after like 20, 30 minutes, he walks away, gets on his bike, and just bikes away. There was no ride. I don't know why he was there.
Once we'd finally wrapped, we knew the hardest part was behind us. We had been lucky and were the only team present at the time, wondering if other teams would survive the experience while actively competing with each other for the space.
I've heard it's 18 teams, is that true?
18 teams, at least one isn't going to make it. I think we're going to lose a few more.
Hey, so today we are in the ETSU library.
Since we weren't actually allowed inside of the Johnson City Library, we then filmed in the library at ETSU with little to no hindrance. It also looked shockingly beautiful on camera, giving us better results than what we'd hoped for. We ended day one by filming our crime scene and all getting rest before we started our next day. Except for one of us.
I am on hour 35. Oh my god, wait. I haven't gotten a look at my own face since 2 this morning.
Instead of going to bed, our lead actor went back home to prepare for his early morning shift at Target. He had been awake for over a full day. Despite having to rewrite the third act of our film and shoot on a green screen, we kicked production into high gear to ensure our actor could go home and sleep.
We just wrapped with my part. I did a green screen and it was super cool. Now I am going to go sleep until the end of the film festival. We will see each other again.
With that, we finally cut the cameras and began the 18-hour post-production process.
From all the research everyone else had done so far, we hadn't found a single film that had won any awards or even been entered that we were able to find that had any kind of 3D either simulation, environments, or just animation, which is what I was able to do. And we thought that that would knock it out of the park.
We took a gamble by choosing to include a 3D animated sequence composited into our footage in hopes that we would be able to complete it in time for the film fest. We knew no one else was dumb enough to attempt anything that complex. Fortunately for us,
The fish is spinning.
we didn't have that problem.
We are on our way to turn in the film. We just finished. We have 14 minutes left.
We had just barely made it to the finish. In the end, we won Best College Film and Best Cinematography. It was one of the most rewarding things I've ever done in my life, and I couldn't have had a better team in my corner.